Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Robert here. And first of all, I want to apologize. I know it's dark, it's night. I just got home from work, so just got changed and started the video. So we're going to do things a little different right now. But on the previous video, I got a question from Lost at UTD that's asked, what's a tube tent and how do you set it up? That's a good question, and we're going to go into it. So first of all, the tube tent that I talked about in the Be Ready bag came with two things. The tube tent itself and rope. The tube tent that came in that bag is not the best quality, but that's what we're going to be using. What you need for the tube tent is two trees, which I only have one right now. The other one's way too far away to reach with the rope. So I'm going to have to put in a T-post to be able to reach it. But to answer your question about what a tube tent is, a tube tent is essentially just a tube of plastic that you put a rope through at the top to kind of give it shape so that water slides off of you. But essentially it's that. It's a tent that's made from a tube of plastic. So the bag came with, like I said, the tube tent and rope. We're going to go ahead and grab this rope and we're going to tie it onto the first tree. It's important to know that you got to tie it at about waist level. You got to keep in mind this is how tall your tent's going to be, and you're going to want to be sleeping on the ground. So about waist level, but you don't want to tie it too tight because you want to be able to adjust it if you need to. So I'm going to tie it off about here, just so that we can have somewhere to tie it to, and tie it off on the other one at the T-post. So like I said, tie it kind of loosely because you may need to adjust it. Now we're going to go ahead and put in this T-post so I can tie it off over here. For those of you who don't know, T-post driver. I've seen so many things on Facebook asking if people know what this is. Now you do. I'm going to speed through this part of the video. Alright, so we got the T-post in. It's not deep, but we don't need it that deep. Next thing we want to do is grab that tube tent. I have the tube tent right here. I apologize, it's kind of windy, but we'll make it work. What you want to do is open it up so I can find the other end. And like I said, it's essentially just a tube of plastic. Okay? So you got to go ahead and grab that rope and run it through. Once you run it through, you tie it off at about the same height. The reason why I used the T-post is because it has these little ridges that hold the rope up. And you also want to go ahead and tie it loosely just in case you need to adjust it. So now, you want to go ahead and spread this out over the line. And like I said in the previous video, this is not the best material to be making a tube tent. It's not even the best way to make a tube tent. But it's what came included in that Be Ready bag. I personally would have maybe included some stakes, but I don't think that this tube tent would have been able to take the holes from the stakes. Maybe I might show you in another video with a rock and be able to put a rock in the plastic and wrap some rope around it. There are certain knots you can use to make this work, but I would definitely choose something else to use as a tent. You could go off and buy some other ones, maybe USTs. I haven't tried those yet, but that may be a little bit better quality than this one. So what you want to do is you want to try to anchor it with whatever you have. I just happen to have some cinder blocks. I'm going to try to see if I can anchor it with that. So I got it anchored, and like I said, it's not the best thing, but in a pinch it will keep you dry. It won't keep you out of the wind very much, but you do what you have to with what you've got. So let me show you inside. So here's what you got. It's just a tube tent, just a plastic bag essentially over you to keep the rain off of you. Now it's not going to be very great because of the fact that, as you can see, we don't have very much wind, but it's blowing all over the place. If it had some stakes, maybe we could anchor it a little better, but we don't. Plus, if you look up here, it's starting to bunch because that wind is blowing it down that line. And if you're falling asleep, pretty soon you're going to just see it all bunched up together. But you need to find some way to anchor it, and maybe get something that's a little better material. You are sleeping on the ground, so maybe a sleeping bag might not be a bad idea, or some kind of cushion. I personally prefer to sleep off the ground, just because you never know what kind of stuff are going to be crawling in the middle of the night while you're asleep. So that's about it. Well, Lost at UTD, I hope this answered your question. If it didn't, let me know, or if I missed something, or there's a better way of doing it, please let me know. I'd be happy to try out anything else just to see. I want to give this another shot just because it's a cheap method, or a cheap alternative, and you know, especially when you're just starting off, you want to make sure that you get things that will work and it still won't break your bank. Now, there is no dumb question. If you're just beginning prepping, or you're an expert, please leave comments down below. Let me know what you think, what you'd like to see. I'd be happy to work on anything. This is Robert RN signing off, and remember, stay prepared.